This is episode 329 of the Pour Horsemen podcast. This is more words than I said last week. We're going to address the crash out the jump. To the viewers, what you saw in real time was an actual emotional breakdown. That's foreign for me. I'm more so, my brother may know, people who really know me, the pod, I'm more of a physical type person. That's how I used to react. So trying to atone my emotions in real time is work for me. I didn't know how to do it. The lead up to what brought it there was more than what met the eye for these guys. It's been stuff behind closed doors that I didn't know was surface. As far as that was an insecurity. I'm not really known to be insecure. I'm a very confident lad, but being insecure is a foreign feeling for me. And in this transition of moving into this building, that feeling has resurfaced. I had felt alienated on an island. I addressed this to, Phil and my brother. Silk probably hearing this for the first time, but I just felt out the loop. And it just came into hat when what went down. I felt like the room was against me. I was trying to navigate how I expressed myself in real time and didn't know how to, and I couldn't shake it. And I didn't give y'all an episode. I damn sure didn't give them nothing. Hell, I didn't give our photographer shit nothing. But if he does make a gallery and have an emo section, I gave him some work for that. But I'm here because I'm, apologetic. I know we normally start with how our week was. My week was an emotional wreck that led to a liberating feeling. And we'll get more in depth with our weeks, but to y'all again, I apologize that I truly felt that was some hoe ass shit on my part. And I know our capo ain't here, but me and him will have a talk at some point when he see fit. But like, I know I played him, and that's what cut really deep. And even somebody close behind the scenes. So, I pretty much own everything for what it was, because on my end, had that not happened, none of that happens. And as much as I speak on accountability, I understand now through the work I've been doing all this week and will continue to do for sure, I can't control how someone else's reaction may be to whatever was going on. And that's been my biggest flaw in anything that I've been doing. So again, I apologize to not only the viewers, to everybody that was in the room. And that's that.
Well said, my brother. I kind of want to. Well, you can
first thing, I just want to say apology accepted. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna let you apologize and then we don't acknowledge the apology.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and we talked, and I'm pretty sure there have been some one-on-ones, with KC, myself. I didn't speak to you.
We text.
Yeah, that's what
me
I'm
and
saying.
KC
Everybody
text.
engaged with one another.
Yeah.
But yes, but to the viewers, I think, and for him to do that, and it's genuine. He already expressed everything that he just put together to me, and we accept it.
Definitely accept it.
We, I think, just to open up the conversation, I think to the viewers and to everybody that's been supporting us, I think people need to understand that, you know, we've been doing this week in and week out. You know, started off with just, you know, this was just the end of, we'll come do the pod as the end of our week, end of our work weeks, just get together. And this was the staple of our week, just to get together and talk to one another. That turned into us having fans and us really getting people to really engage with us in our own conversations. And that led to us actually having fans and us actually you know, tapering the show to our liking, adding new stuff, adding new people. And that turned into us actually having a character on the show. That turned into us, you know, getting, you know, good people around us that can help us gel and make the show what it is. And you know, we're still working on things. In the midst of all that, we come into this new space out of nowhere, you know, and we all excited, and things are happening fast.
Yeah,
we got ideas happening fast. Everything is just happening fast, and I can see, you know, and he stated in his opening monologue that, you know, communication was off. If we really sit back and think about it, it was on, but it was off. You know, we weren't really gelled in with each other as far as everything that's going on. Like, hey man, let's keep it tight knit. And let's work towards a goal, the goal that we see ourselves, as we see ourselves as far as like stapling ourselves in the city like we want to do. I think we overlooked making sure everybody's comfortable and everybody is really just down for the cause in a certain way, you know what I'm saying? And just letting their voice be heard. So that's all I wanted to say as far as just having this new idea and this new space. I think we got caught up for a second. And the you know, emotions build up, you know, out of nowhere. And then we looking at what happened, and it's just like, man, where all that come from? But it's deeper shit that we just don't know. Until shit blows up, and then, oh, okay, you felt that way. This person felt that way. This person felt this way. And when it blow up, and it may look like it's something simple, but it ain't.
Right.
But you know, we can open up the conversation. But I just want to give some little tidbits.
Well, go ahead, Silk.
Yeah, I mean, just I didn't know what was going on. I was kind of blindsided by everything. You know what I'm saying? As far as last week, but knowing people, and I'm just getting to know you, Casey, and off the little bit that I have known about you and the limited experiences that I've had, it seemed out of character. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was just like, it's bigger than whatever happened that day. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just wanted some clarity on like maybe where it kind of stemmed from.
And honestly, out the whole thing, even that night, you reached out, you know, and you hit it on the nail when you asked about what my headspace was. And you didn't even have to do that on the, you know, pretty much out of everyone, I gave you the most hell about joining up. Yeah. And it wasn't even nothing directly towards you. It was just how it was done. And that falls on what I was talking about earlier. But that also, I see now the era of my thinking on that, because it was a bigger picture. And one of the best things that was said to me about the situation was like, when you have an emotional breakdown like that, the best thing that you can get is seeing the error of your ways as you picking up the pieces to put it back together. And that never has been really truly addressed to me in that sense. And so while being able to reflect on everything, on my gripes, grievances and stuff like that, it always led back to not me not having a direct say, but just not me even feeling a part of it, which was that insecurity.
Yeah.
And so like even with, we'll peel it back even more. There's people that notice when me and my brother had a fallout, or me and Phil had a fallout. And it was always because I had the thought process of I treat people how I want to be treated. But if I didn't get the treatment I felt like I was supposed to get back, then it's to hell with you. Or we got to see each other. That's always been my process.
Yeah.
And so even knowing that, that was control. I don't have that control. And again, seeing the flaws of my ways, I understand I'm going to just drive myself mad every time because I'll be looking for that control that I don't necessarily have or in right deserve. Like that's an entitlement. That's that white people shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what from the like really diving into this week, like, you know what I'm saying, my therapist whooped my ass. Shit. That nigga whooped my ass. Well, $5. That dude whooped my ass. I talked to my mom for 3 hours. It was like as bad as it went, I accept the gift that came from it. Because I wouldn't have had these conversations. I wouldn't have dove into that stuff. My oldest brother in the Bean, and we talked for like 2 hours. Like, it was a heavy conversation. Like, I wouldn't have had that conversation. I would just be like, I'll throw you some bread, we'll laugh a little bit, and then go about my way. But we had like an in-depth conversation that probably wouldn't have happened, had this stuff not happened. Yeah. Like, I talked to them. I cried so hard this week, I ain't know where that shit came from. And then, the Lions playing, but like my wife, she brought it to my attention. She was like, that's the quietest I ever seen you watch a Lions game ever. Like, I had no emotions. Yeah.
I was getting their ass handed to me.
I was
for real. It was like a dark.
It wasn't even like I was mad or anything. I'd be yelling at TV. Yeah. I just sat there. And she was just like, I just let you be. Cause it was like nothing. And so, yeah, we can lead into the weeks or if y'all following up, but this was by far, as a grown man, nah, I ain't gonna say that. It was the second most emotional week of my life.
I think us being who we are and how, like, our origin, just with everybody, us being from Houston, us, the biggest compliment we always used to get when we first started moving around and doing our thing was, man, how y'all consistency is crazy to people. Or at least that's what I used to get when we used to go out. Like, damn, y'all been doing this for 3 years, huh? Yeah. Damn, how y'all? Because we've seen podcasts come in and fall off, come in and fall off, the podcasts that we've produced together or whatever. Friends we've had, whatever. And that's the biggest thing. And I think, how you watch the Temptations, whatever, and you be like, man, how they just how groups be falling off? Like, that can never be us. Yeah. But, I think I go back to the communication part. I think our communication and our the consistency just comes from us being genuine with one another. Just, day by day and, week after week, just being genuine. Yeah, just that goes with us fighting. That goes with boys, arguing. And like, it's a lot that people don't know about and don't see because we keep it to ourselves. And that's what I guess that's just embedded it in a real Houstonian, that we just attack and go direct to whoever we need to go to the direct with. But emotions flare up and we all grown men, and I'm here to just tell people that things can happen. Like, it can happen, but how you gonna salvage it? Are we gonna talk, or we big on West Coast dudes do phase, like we do that too, but it's like, man, we grown now, man. What we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So
I looked at it like this. Look, when that happened last week, brothers fight. It's like a family thing. I never looked too deep into it. I just knew that it was gonna be something that was gonna have to be discussed, and I hated that part. Like I really did. Now, like Casey said, some good came out of it for sure, but never in my mind did I think about, you know, the podcast being over or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been through a lot of shit within 6 years that I've been a part of the podcast. So it's like families go through stuff, you know, brothers fight, you get into it. One time maybe we got a person in our family, it's our aunt. We call her, well, her name is Sheila. So our Aunt Sheila come, we know, hide the beer and wine from her, cause if she get too loose, the party is over. You know what I'm saying? But you know, everybody had a moment. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it was. Sometimes it is what it is in the moment, and then we deal with it the right way, and moving forward, everything is beautiful. That's how I'm viewing this. That's how I know this is gonna be. And KC is you showed me how much of a man you are this week, bro. To live with that, to own it, come look at me in my face eye to eye. I don't know how he spoke to y'all, but just express himself. As a black man, it was powerful, bro, to sit in that room with you and hear you explain. And some of the things that you said, it was touching. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I hate that it happened, but I'm glad that it did, because what I heard from KC changed my perspective on a lot of things. What I heard from KC was that I could feel he's a brave man. Man don't really come to another man, look them in the eye and say, hey, I was wrong. I feel X, Y, and Z. So, man, I appreciate you, bro. You a hell of a boy. Hell of a nigga. Fuck it. I'll pay the $5.
I'll pay the $5.
I'll pay the $5, LP. Podcast, nigga. But, yeah, let's get this shit popping, man.
What do you, I mean, well, Phil.
Yeah.
When you came in, when we finally like, hey, and we, I think collectively, I think that was, to be honest, the last time we collectively like, nah, Phil, you know, we gonna bring Phil in. Silk, you know, there was some mismatching, but you just kind of blended in because you were good, and you know what I'm saying. But with Phil,
I appreciate
we
that,
had
man.
to. We was
in, though. It was just natural.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was
It was
natural.
natural.
Like, with him, we were actually interviewing people for the fourth spot.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like, we were actually looking for a fourth, and you know, Phil, we collectively like, nah, Phil got it. Like, I think that'll work. But I want to ask Phil, like, coming into it, how did you prepare your mind, or like how did you prepare yourself to take on like our personalities and like, okay, let me absorb their personalities. All right, let me treat this person this way, or are you just more so, let me bestow what I can bring to the table?
First I connected with KC on the hooping tip, and I connected with bro because he think the game, and I can. When I'm hooping, I'm always looking for people that think the game. He think the game, so me and him connected on that. So when he invited me to the show, and he was telling me, and the way he came up to me, he was like, hey, you want to do a podcast? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'll do it. He was like, you seem to know everybody seem to know you. I don't know what the hell you do for a living, but, you know, maybe you could discuss it. I was like, yeah, bro, we could do it. So, you know, I come to, I think it was his crib, first episode.
Fondren in Maine.
Yeah, Fondren in Maine.
Still pulling up.
Nah, it was really on Fondren.
Nah, for real.
Fondren in Maine.
So, just going to the crib, man, y'all chill. Y'all real Houstonians. Y'all was chill, laid back. Well, LP is a Oklahomian, or whatever the hell you want to call it. But he was cool. He was cool. I think he had a knee brace on or something at the time. Something he had. He had just tore some, maybe one of his biceps or so. I don't know what the nigga did. But it was cool, bro. Y'all was really cool. You know, this is, you know, it was just, y'all helped me find another talent. That's what y'all helped me do. Y'all was like, yo, he all right. He fit good with us. Cause I know y'all was interviewing like Dame. Who else y'all interviewed?
It was some. I ain't gonna throw no names, but
I want to know. You know who I want to? Yeah, cause I know them niggas,
Dame,
man.
Kareem, Josh. I'm better than all you niggas.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
$10.
But I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said, like, we were just all just looking for somebody to just talk to and lean into what we were already doing, and you just fit. But it got to a point where now we hanging out. Now, you know, this person got a party, this person got an engagement, weddings, all this type of shit. We're really getting to know one another.
Yeah.
And I knew that, you know, we all human beings and people gonna bicker about things.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? People are gonna, and I never wanted to, I know my brother, like, so I never want to tell people, man, watch my brother, man. That motherfucker he can't get on your ass. Like, I don't want to give nobody that disclaimer. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know my brother, and I don't want nobody to have that perception on him. But that's why, you know, me and him had a conversation. Like, bro, when I check you, or if I am checking you, it's because I don't want to look like, I don't want you to look a certain way to other people, and I don't want us to look away to certain people and look at our family, look at our friends, and just because they looking at what we're doing.
Yeah.
And our energy is explosive sometimes, both of our energies. So it's just like, when I would be the one to say something to him and y'all will fall back, I get why y'all would fall back. Or if he checked me, you know what I'm saying? I get it. But if we're going to be around each other and we're going to be doing this thing and we're growing into this thing, there are ways that we can talk to one another to get everyone back on the same foot, so to speak. So
it's tough to jump in there though, cause y'all brothers and I have brothers, and like if you get in between like me and my brother's fight, it's kind of like it's gonna be trouble for you. So me understanding that dynamic, you know, it's hard to kind of jump in there and say, man, y'all, cause y'all are brothers. I know sooner. I can tell by the way that y'all were raised, sooner or later y'all will talk. This right here is just anger right now. Y'all just probably mad a little bit, but it'll wear off. Y'all gotta go to mama house for dinner or something. She gonna cook something. Y'all gonna have to see each other. Something gonna happen.
Yeah.
You holding hands, praying. Something is gonna happen, bro. So it's like y'all gonna get back together. I gotta stay out of that. It's tough to jump in, brother. You know, being in there, that's tough to do. That's really tough to do.
And then the other thing is outside people. Outside now we're people starting to know us.
Yeah.
You know, we getting around in certain rooms, and I think early on, what was it, last year, when we started really getting invited to things and started doing stuff and being in certain rooms, is just like we were still tight knit.
Yeah.
But you know, as things grow, you know, people start coming around, and it's just like, okay, now how do we handle that extra layer? How do we minimize certain conversations with other people that don't really know our show, don't even really know us? How do we, like, are we on that same measuring stick? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, have we even got there yet? Have we even had that type of meeting or type of conversation? Do we even feel each other when we're not in the room? That type of thing. That's what I be thinking about as we grow. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit is gonna come fast. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But
Yeah.
They said pause. Nah, so you know, I spoke on work. I normally frown upon, you know, people broadcasting their therapy sessions or whatnot. But I actually took notes in my session, and one of the notes that just really like punched me in the face, like I said, my therapist whooped my ass. But she was like, shutting down in real time is a mechanism that may benefit me at the moment, but the effects of it has not benefited not only me, but any other party. And when she told me that, I spoke on the control aspect of things, and I was just like, well, shit, I don't know how to respond. And she was just like, how do you feel? I was like, you just read me. Like, I don't know. I don't really like that. And she was just like, because I tried to joke about it, like bring up housewives and shit. She's like, nah, you deflecting. And I was like, God damn.
She would let you
Like,
off.
she wouldn't let me off of it. And so I like, that shit sat with me all week.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, just to, you know, kind of put bun on it, kind of lively up this episode. It just, you know, moving forward, this shit would never be the same.
Yeah.
Like, and I say that in a good way,
Mm-hmm.
because as my mom told me, like, the old you gotta die. She was like, you want to grow, you acknowledge the growth, you speak on your growth, but a part of you go back to that wanting to fight or even trying to make yourself not fight, and you just shut down. That don't work.
Yeah.
You got to find something new. And so knowing that, in 2025, when we start this whole new thing, this is going to be a new ordeal. And if what you do see, I hope you truly enjoy. But some of the stuff, you will need to subscribe to our Patreon and make sure that, you know, you pull up to the stables. But I just want to put a button on it because, again, we got people in here. They can't get 2 episodes of just not liveliness. So
Yeah.
we gotta liven this whole up. But we're gonna take a break and listen to our producer. Also, as I speak on my crash out, if you crash out on the highway and you need to speak to a lawyer, reach out to Bank on Brian. We get right back to you.
Welcome back to episode 329 of the Pour Horsemen podcast, sponsored by Bank on Brian. If you need any legal advice, hit up Bank on Brian and Crockett Law. Back to our discussion. Casey, you mentioned something about your coping mechanism being to shut down when, you know, presented with certain adverse situations. I open that up for everybody else. What are some of the ways that we do cope with different things? And you know, we don't have to keep it heavy. We can still, you know, do what we do.
How do I cope with what again? Like,
Just anytime, you know, something don't go your way or, you know, you have a problem with something.
Yeah.
I know for me, and I'll start.
Okay.
And maybe this will help y'all out. For me, similar to Casey, I do shut down. And not for the same reasons, because I'm not about to fight nobody. Like, I ain't been in a fight in a very long time. But shutting down is, you know, one of the ways that I dealt with things or still deal with things sometimes. And a lot of the time is when you don't agree with someone, and I just, in my brain, it makes no sense for me to sit here and go back and forth with you. You gonna feel how you feel, I'm gonna feel how I feel. So let's dead the situation. Let's just dead the conversation. So shutting down is one of those ways. But it can extend to never speaking to you again, right? My older sister, and I'll, you know, just share a little bit, but my older sister and my younger sister were beefing, and I'm usually caught in the middle because I'm the only boy. I'm really the only one with some sense. And my sister's right there. She's shaking her head.
She
Yes.
might cook you, bro.
Jump through that window.
But my older sister mistreated my younger sister in a way that I was like, normally I stay out of it. And before I sent my text message to my sister to address her, how she handled my younger sister, I knew in my brain where it was going to go. I knew that we would probably never, it's going to be a while before we speak again after I say what I'm about to say, just because I know how my older sister is. So I sent her the text, yo, you was wrong. You don't do people like that. And I put it in words. I said, I know following this text message, we probably won't talk again, but I had to let you know about yourself. We have not talked in months. And I shouldn't be okay with that because of the relationship that I've established with my older sister. But I am okay with that because of the principles that it was based around. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want to talk to me after this situation because of what happened and because of how I handled it, then I'm cool with that. Because I feel like my intentions were honorable. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can touch on that because I too can do that. But I know from experience that like with people that I don't place in my circle, that's easy. Like we don't have to speak.
Yeah.
That's fine. Or again, dating back to how I always was, if you was a lad and you talk to me kind of like, we can go at it and then we can just go about our ways. Like that was always my 1-2. But with people that was close to me, like people that I truly like got love for, that I feel like that I openly expressed that I would run through a wall for, like if they cut me, it would go back to that treat people how you want to be treated, but then I didn't have that control of how you treated me back. And that would cut me. And so on one occasion, I can speak on it now, may he rest in peace, one of my best friends, me and him had a fallout that we didn't talk for months. And it was like really over some bullshit. But then we talked and kind of like put it all out there. And I'm glad we did it because a week later he died. He was murdered. And that shit always, even though we made up, we had to do it over the phone because he was here and I was in Oklahoma. But it was still like a guilt that always like ran through me. And, you know, I saw that happening last week.
But you said y'all made up.
We did make up. But the guilt was like, damn, I should have did it sooner. Like we would have had memories. I had just been in Houston, didn't reach out to him, didn't see him because we was beefing. And, you know, had I seen him, we would have hung out. But, you know, that didn't happen. And so a part of me, again, to just kind of dive back on that, is what I was seeing with that. I'm breaking everything down because I saw that happen.
It looked familiar.
It looked familiar. So I understand on that, but I will say with caution, you know, you never know.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we do that, especially with people that we love, like that's blood, it be that ego behind it.
Yeah.
And then when that ego don't go check, you'll just be like moving about life, and then shit happen. Then you fall back on damn. I had all this time.
Do y'all believe in apologizing for you? Like, let's just say if you did something wrong to that person, or that person did something wrong to you, and you like, hey, I forgive you for you knowing not what you do, or hey, I apologize. You apologize, and you know that person's still on some, you know, they may be emotionally insecure or emotionally immature. And you know that, but it's like, hey, let me go ahead and be that person to apologize, or tell that person, hey man, don't worry about it. We good. I forgive you.
I'm gonna answer
even though they got an ego.
I'm gonna answer that. Let me get back to that defense mechanism. If we being honest, defense mechanism for me is to just back up. I back up and I give myself time and I get a person time. I really never do nothing based off of the real emotion of it, because I try to think everything through. And this is something that I picked up doing young. Just think everything through, because if you don't, you can find yourself in dangerous situations. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? So I think my defense mechanism of giving not only myself space and a person space, it usually works out best for me, because if you're trying to go at it with someone, you don't know how high of a level it can get to. You don't really know how much that person is hurting. You don't know how much you're hurting until you get to that level. Things can get really dangerous. So I just give people space. So that's my defense mechanism, just giving people space, and myself too.
Well, that's you being on an island as a youngster.
Yeah.
You was the oldest.
The oldest,
you know, your
Yeah.
mama was at work.
Yeah.
So you
Facts.
had to think things through. Because
Had
if you was going to put yourself in harm's way, like you said.
The thing about it is that I do that in life, but in relationships, I didn't do it. Because if I would have thought things through in that aspect of shit,
Yo, dick
I would
don't
have
think.
been, I would have been good. But in life, I use those rules. In relationships, I didn't.
Because your dick don't think.
That's true. Well, it does think about the wrong shit. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Jesus Christ. And you asked me some bullshit. I forgot what it
I
was.
asked the room. I forgot what I was saying, but I was just saying, do y'all think that, you know how people say you got to do it for you sometimes so you can have that sanctity?
Like getting that off of you.
Yeah.
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 Is that selfish or is just like, nah?
It
that's-
is, but
It
you
is,
you
so you
have
got
to
to
be.
be,
This is what I tell people all the time. And me and my younger sister, we've talked a lot in the last month or so, the last few months. You can't control, and this is kind of the running thing. You can't control how people respond, and I think sometimes our fatal flaw is expecting a certain outcome. And when you don't get that outcome, in her case, a lot of the time is you not thinking how I would think. You're not doing what I would do. You're not responding how I would respond to that situation. And I think sometimes a lot of people, and I don't want to generalize this by saying women, but women do this, but men do it too. Like people do it.
Women do
But
this.
you kind of expect things to happen without communicating what you want. And that's where shutting down doesn't work, because you upset about something, but nobody knows why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're just sitting there mad at the world or mad at that person, or telling your story to whoever will listen. And you're never really getting to the point of, well, I never really told that person how I felt, how you did me wrong, what even happened in this situation, because a lot of the times people don't even know what you're going through. And like you said, you were insecure, and we've all been insecure. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you, Phil, because you brought it up, or anybody who want to own up to it. Have you had an insecure moment in a relationship?
Man,
A specific one.
Yeah, let me tell you what happened.
Oh,
and
my
it's,
God.
And it's funny too. It's funny too. I ruptured my Achilles. This was like 2016. So
Why are you licking your lips at you?
nah, because it's fucked up. She did me bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. So me and my girl, she trying to hang in there with me, because if you ever ruptured your Achilles, you know that there's no right way. Damn,
They laughing at your rough shit.
They know that there's no right way to lay. Like, no matter which way you lay, it's gonna be painful. Like, seriously painful. So, you can't work out, you can't run. So I gained a couple pounds, and I asked the doc to not give me any more pills, because the pills made me depressed, right? And so, I'm gonna be honest, I would keep it real. My brother Larry, I think he brought me some syrup so I could
Lord.
sip it.
Have mercy.
Yeah, so I could go to sleep though, because I couldn't sleep.
You was fat in the face.
Man, so
I know that.
me and my girl, she wanted to go somewhere, but
Lil'
I'm
O.
tired, right? I'm on crutches and shit. So she wanted to go somewhere. I'm like, nah, I'm chilling. She was like, you better stop chilling, because your ass is fat and ugly right now.
fat
And
and
I
ugly.
was like, damn. So when she left, I went and looked in the mirror, and I was like, you are fat and ugly. And it was just, I was like, oh, no, I got to get myself right. She can't leave me like this, bro. So I got myself right. But I was real insecure in that moment, though, because I hadn't had nobody say I was ugly in a minute. So when she called me ugly like that, and when she said it, she looked like she meant that shit. You ever heard somebody say, you fat and ugly, nigga, I might leave you right now. Yeah, and I was like, damn, this hoe might leave me, bro.
Nigga said this hoe. God damn.
Nah, I love her though. You know, she know, I'm just talking, man. No disrespect. But that was very insecure
that's
in that
syrup.
moment.
That's syrup for real. Because when I tore my knee up in college, I too didn't want to do those pills. They gave me like a container with 310 oxycodone.
Oh yeah,
and hydrocodones.
Oh yeah,
Oxycontin and hydrocodone.
They gave me both them hoes. Shit,
bruh.
The statute of limitations is over. Me, Keelan, and ironically, my roommate, we balled that summer. Like we eating good lobsters and shit. Like I was pushing pills. I was flipping them hoes. But for pain, what I did do was serve.
Oh yeah.
Man, I remember the picture. It's a picture when he graduated from TSU. Like I was so fat in the face. Like I remember my oldest brother, who's in the Bean. But I didn't even say nothing to him. And like as soon as I saw him, because I came back in town, he just looked at me. He said, "Look, you continue to do it, it's gonna go to a point of no return." And that's all he said. I ain't touched that shit since. Like it was that serious. I was like, God, he didn't even acknowledge that I did it. He just saw my face and was like, yeah, you gonna be at a point of no return.
What they don't know, if you sip it wrong, like if you sip it with your teeth, it rot your teeth out. It rot your teeth out.
That's why most of them, all they shit be messed up.
You gotta sip it a certain type of way. So
that's why all Houston niggas got grills.
Yeah.
Most of the time,
learn something new.
But you learning something, boy.
Y'all teaching me, man.
I had an insecure moment in a relationship as well, and it came early. This was middle school. You know, that was a pivotal point in my life. My 8th grade year.
Some traumatic shit happened to you in middle school.
Some traumatic ass shit. Because I ain't gonna put a name out there, but I spoke on before in previous stories while I was in the 6th grade. My girlfriend cheated on me and got pregnant. God damn. Yeah, that was a real story. And then my dumb ass, look, we was just kissing and stuff. I wasn't even having sex at the moment. We was just kissing and stuff, but I thought my dumb ass got her pregnant. And so
see,
but
that's that Nickelodeon
y'all ain't watched,
shit.
Y'all ain't watched The Miracle of Life.
Life came quick, and so 8th grade, you know, I get a serious girlfriend, and we holding hands in between classes, writing letters with to from you. To you from me, date, period, song, artist, with the arrow going down to the message, and then so folding that whole up.
That boy was in love.
That's that
like
shit,
that was,
she was the one.
That was my boo.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Yeah, so she left me because I couldn't starch my jeans.
All right.
No, the reason I brought this story up because he got this Tommy Hilfiger jacket. I had some Tommy Hilfiger jeans, and I stayed up all night trying to starch them hoes. Yeah. I watched both episodes of Frasier on UPN in that 9 o'clock hour. It took an hour. Like I really went through it.
What kind of starch you had?
The heavy starch.
Stay Flow?
We ain't have Stay Flow.
That's why your jeans wasn't starched.
Yeah.
And so by 3rd period, you know what I'm saying, my jeans is getting wavy and shit.
Yeah.
She broke up with me by 6th period. We had been together for like 3 months. And by 7th period, I had already found out she was talking to another dude named Todd.
That nigga pants
I know his last
budging.
name too.
Fuck
his
you,
pants
Todd.
never budged.
Yeah.
Never budged. And I was like, yeah, fuck her. She tried to add me on Facebook. Nope.
Wait, to this day?
You gotta forgive her, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's gotta be growth.
That don't serve you.
Nah,
Fuck her.
let her make it K.
I'm about to
I'm with K. Fuck that. You did my nigga dirty in the 8th grade.
Them
Fuck
starchy
you
arches,
and
though.
Todd.
You had to have your shit right, though. You did. Bro.
I got my Simmos on. I tried to starchy them hoes back. I don't know how he did it, but
He got a machine or something, man. You can't get that crisp.
You ever had you a pretty motherfucker?
Nah, man, I have, but I didn't go through with the insecurity. I had to snap back to reality. But
nigga, man.
Nah, I had a high school girlfriend, and we broke up. We just kind of separated because we was on separate terms and shit. We had just won state my junior year. I was feeling myself. She was tripping. I'm like, shit, man, I'm about to go. I ain't never had another girl except her. So, and girls was on me at the time. So I'm like, shit, if you tripping, I'm about to just do my thing then anyway. But I didn't realize that, like I said, she was the only girl like I really had. Like, and you know, virginity, all that. So I remember after our basketball game, and she came, she played basketball too, but her game, like they were already out of the playoffs and shit, so they got to come to our game. And after the game, she was talking to a dude, and I heard through the grapevine she was talking to this dude from our rival school, and he ran track. And I ain't know the guy or whatever, but they were both at the game, and after the game, we was trying to figure out what a party is and shit, and we all outside, and they all hugged up and shit, like right next to me. And I almost like was like, nah, fuck that nigga. Like, and I ain't even know homie. I ain't even know him.
Right.
And I remember like I was about to say something to her, like with him right there, and I just had a thought, like, man, what am I doing? Yeah. This is not it's not my business, and you ain't the only nigga out here. I had to tell myself, you ain't the only player out here. You ain't the only one good at sports and light skin and
so you
six pack and all this. Like, it's just too, like, you got to eat that.
You good,
and
bro.
She did that shit on purpose, making out with all types of shit in front of me.
See, you good.
And I just told my, hey man, let's go. Like, you know, and they, man, you seen the new with your girl? I ain't tripping on. You know, I'm sitting there trying to act all.
Yeah.
Your boy is.
That shit, I was hurt, but I couldn't do nothing about it. And then that's, you know, that was a lesson. And if I got through that in my face like that, I just took that with me. Like when I'm dealing with women, like you just got to play the game for what it is.
Two things from your story. Number one, coochie and women are powerful.
Oh yeah.
It's for it's power.
Why you separate the two?
That's what I was
Nah, they
wondering.
together.
Okay.
They together.
Okay. One and the same.
Kind of.
Because I thought you was going somewhere.
God, I don't want to go there.
I know,
if you want me to go there, you can see that on Patreon.
Straight up.
But I'm just saying, you probably own to something though.
Nah, he really just said some profound shit and didn't realize it.
No bullshit. Man, I forgot what we was talking about.
Man. You said coochie and women are two different things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is, bro.
It's two different powerful.
It's a powerful
entities.
thing. He said
it is.
Powerful.
And then the second thing is you're a very sweet guy, bro.
Me?
Hell yeah, you're a nice guy, bro. Yeah, you from your mustache to your you just a nice guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even your thought process is a nice guy. Because like if that was me,
you would have crashed
I would not have did that.
Really?
Yeah, I would not have did what you did. I probably would have like went and like got in her vision. So where she could see me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bitch, that's what you doing?
No, well, I did do that.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
I acknowledge that.
No, I see you.
Like, no, it's like I was in the vicinity. Like, you can see me right here.
Yeah, I would have started
But that's
doing
how I
jumping jacks
knew
for
that
hoe,
she did that shit on purpose and just to try to get a rile out of me. And he was one of them dudes that was, I wish a nigga would type nigga.
I wish a nigga would too. That's what I got. Yeah, I wish a nigga would too.
I was like,
Speaking on
doing all
wishes,
that.
as we put a button, I guess, on this emotional ass episode, what are y'all Christmas wishes? Or what do you want for Christmas? What are your gifts?
I never know what I want for any holiday. For my birthday, for Christmas, I don't have any.
I can't believe
wants.
Christmas is coming.
I'm still not done. But I don't really have wants like that. Like, you know, anything that I get from people, I appreciate.
Yeah.
But anything I want, I probably done bought it for myself. at some point throughout
That's
the year
true.
anyway.
Yeah.
As a grown up.
I need some more headphones.
Only thing I really wish.
Folks had 99
Yeah, I'll be running through them. I'm gonna get the overhead, the
Yeah,
beats ones.
you need to.
But nah, the one thing that I do wish, and you know, I haven't had. I moved to Houston in 2009, and I've been here by myself since 2009. You know what I'm saying? I met my wife here, started my family here, but I haven't had my immediate family around in a number of years.
Yeah.
And this is the first Christmas where my mom is here, my dad's here, my little sister, she lives here now. My older sister, she's here. So getting back to that story from earlier, I probably will reach out to my older sister and just try to make things right, because
They really don't.
we're just,
That's like a current thing.
Yeah, that's still going on. I haven't talked to my sister in a while, like a few months.
Yeah, just talk to us, Silk, bro.
I probably
Because y'all
will,
got
man.
like a Johnson family vacation thing going on, man. Everybody that came into town and shit. Man, come on, make it right, Silk. Man,
No, I probably will, but that's my wish, is everybody can get together and like be on one accord for this holiday. It ain't even got nothing to do with, you know, it being Christmas. It's just, this is the first time we've been around each other in close proximity in years. So that's what I want.
It's a rare condition.
Hey, but before we wrap, man, shout out to Bank on Brian, our sponsor, for providing this. And
Not just yet though, but we'll be right back. Make sure y'all subscribe to our Patreon again. And then also, again, shout out to our sponsor, Bank on Brian. If any kind of auto accidents, or if you've been hurt at your job, hit up Bank on Brian, Crockett Law. We'll be right back.
Oh, welcome back to the Pour Horsemen podcast. We were talking about Christmas wishes. I guess my Christmas wish would be just to make my son happy, man. He really into this basketball thing.
Boy, you was going
I've been
crazy
seeing him.
yesterday.
the camera pointed at the
Yeah.
floor. He
I
losing
was-
his mind.
They called foul on that block.
Oh my God,
yeah,
I
that
lost
was
it, bro.
that was bad.
You should have went up to the phone.
I lost. I should have been like, who did that?
Pat Bev.
Pat Bell. Oh, yeah. You see this shit? That was a block.
Yeah, that was a block.
And the referee, he looked shameful when he called it. He was like, it was like a weak whistle.
I hate a weak whistle, man. Oh,
And
a ref that does not blow his whistle with authority.
Bro. And
I
if,
can't
if,
stand
if
it.
y'all listen to the video that I posted, when the little dude stole the ball, I was like, he gonna get it. Carter gonna get it.
I heard you say
I've
that.
seen him do it in practice, and I'd be
Yeah.
amazed by it. And I'm like, yo, he likes doing
You
it.
been showing them LeBron check
Nah,
tape.
I asked him, I said, what's your favorite thing to do on the court? And he like, block people's shots. And I'm like, okay. He like, yeah, it's disrespectful.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I kind of like he got a little edge to it. So,
Yeah, I like
so
that.
man,
He gonna take that all the way to high school if he
Yeah.
continue to play.
yeah,
Yeah.
nah, for sure. So just making my boy happy. He a straight A student, fellas. I mean, he take his grades so serious. Man, without me or his mom just asking him, he just like,
That's a blessing.
I made a 80 and I missed one question. And it's like, dang, I wish I could get that back. I'm like,
Man,
I'll be
stay on
willing to
that.
Stay
Yeah,
on
I'll
that.
be-
Like I was
be
not
like,
like
damn,
that. I was
folks.
trying to cheat. Exactly. On everything.
With Keelan, with this being his senior year in high school, I've been trying to like tell him like the importance of his GPA, making that climb. So I'll be like, dog, make sure you stay locked in, because, you know, whatever school you want to go to, you got to make sure your GPA and them scores is up there. So Spanish 2 has been whooping our ass. And yesterday I was taking him to the airport because he go spend the holidays with mom. And he was like, I got my final score. And mind you, he has been like either borderline or fell in Spanish 2. We started up at a or B or whatnot, then it just dropped. And I'm like, dog, what's been going on? He just like, don't care. Spanish. I'm like, dog, you Venezuelan. Like, you got Venezuelan in your blood. Like, how the
This
hell
is
you
your
do
culture.
not get this?
Yeah.
Like,
This is the language
I do
you supposed to speak.
Duolingo. I'm on day 352 of Duolingo. I got a family plan, so you can do
He
it.
got the Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, like what you got going on? And so he just like he was like, I said, what's the score? I felt like the goddamn the end of Everybody Hates Chris when he was in the diner. He was like, what you make?
Yeah.
He was like 82. Damn near swung the car. I was so excited. Like, that's what's up. Finish strong.
Yeah.
I like next year, like next semester, let's just finish strong. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to have to focus on getting a car, things of that nature. So I'm like, man, come on, man. Let's get this thing going.
What do you want for Christmas?
He want a long board.
What the hell is that?
Like a skateboard, but it's almost like a.
It's like the cool. It's like the cool vibey skateboard.
When I went out to Santa Monica, they had them.
He looked like a Cali kid riding down a hill
like,
on a long board.
Yeah.
But he was just like, that's what I want. I was like, all right, I ain't getting that, but I gave money.
You got how old are your kids?
12, 9, 9, and 8.
What are the nine?
This nigga counting on this shit. Hey, fuck you, Phil.
First off, he did this shit consecutively. He took a break. He got the first one, took a break.
The
and
9
then
and
was
9
just like,
threw him off. He was trying to figure out how that happened.
Okay, they twins. Okay, I remember.
Yeah, I got twin boys.
What do them kids want for Christmas these days?
They want
Game?
they want a PS5. And that's it. And then basketball stuff. They've been showing me all the shoes they want. Jace wants a sleeve. He want like what Iverson wore made popular. He want one of those, and I'm like, no.
That's what I'm saying. That's
why?
easy.
Cause
He hasn't earned a sleeve.
you ain't good enough yet. All these damn accessories kids be wearing, man. You sorry, but you can't make a left hand layup. You cannot get a sleeve. I'm sorry.
You ass. Now I feel that, but at the same time, I'm like,
but give him something to work for.
Yeah.
You making it hard on yourself though. If my child was just like, I want a sleeve.
He talking financial.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, man,
that ain't shit.
Yeah, nah. This is more principles than.
And then they want games.
Because I'm just trying to. Because man, my biggest issue with a lot of these kids that hoop these days, they want the cart before the horse, or the horse before the cart. Whatever the saying is, they want the praise and the glory and the accolades before you actually put in some type of work. So no, you don't get to wear the leg sleeve that Ja Morant wears. You ain't put in the work Ja Morant put in.
Man, we used to love picking out the person on the team. Like, oh yeah, he look cute. Let's see what he can do. Type shit. Like they got all the stuff.
Wait.
He look like he's supposed to be the lie. Okay, let's see if he can really
you talking
play.
about the gear?
The gear. Yeah. He look cute. Deion Sanders ass nigga. Let's see if you can ball.
I get what you say.
I used to be like, oh, that nigga got a loose ass sleeve. Locking this nigga up.
Yeah,
like that's just what it was. I didn't do when I hooped. I didn't do like all the accessories. The most I ever did accessories wise was them Danny Granger as shin thing.
Yeah.
But that was because I took charges a lot. Cause I ain't like
so that was for protection.
Carmelo used to hit me in my knees and shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, that'll help me. But outside of that, nah, I ain't do no accessories.
I tried to wear the Jordan Kobe armband. You see Anthony Edwards doing it now. Yeah. I didn't like that. I didn't really wear. I tried to wear headbands. My head was too big. That shit looked stupid.
I ain't do headbands.
But then on Space Jam.
But then I didn't really start wearing accessories until I was a pro. And then I had a sleeve and all that stuff. Yeah,
I wore a headband. Freaky Phil.
He was one of them.
Hey, hold on, Phil, because you a fashion forward dude.
Yeah.
So in 2003/4, were you one of them dudes that ran out and bought the headband that had the middle piece?
No. I only had.
I think Hot Sauce was wearing that.
Joe Budden had one.
Yeah, Joe Budden did have it.
And Ron Artest.
But yeah, I wore a headband. I wore a little arm sleeve. I was really into Mike. Jordan was my guy. Yeah. And that's it. As far as
you wore that cap thing with the thing
with flip over red. Yeah, bro. I was heavily into, bro. That shit is crazy. But usually, like sizing up the team that you playing against, the cold player usually wore 23. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or what was another number?
I wore 32 because of Magic Johnson.
Or 32. Mm-hmm. You'll be like, okay, yeah, he's the one that they're gonna probably go to. So, yeah, man.
What's y'all's Christmas plans? Like, what y'all got planned for Christmas before we get out of here?
All my highs. And did y'all have any? Oh, y'all not corporate like I am.
I do have
holiday
a corporate,
parties.
I do have a corporate party to DJ on Christmas Eve. Like they have like a breakfast.
Yeah.
It's for a law firm. So
Okay.
What type of music do you have to play?
corporate events, just clean white people music,
Flow
top
Rider,
40, Flow Rider.
yeah.
The hip hop that I'm gonna play is like Flow Rider, maybe a little John,
Poison.
like top 40 stuff.
They like that little John. White people don't.
Love them.
Yeah.
Turn to the
Turn down
love
for what?
'em. Love them.
Turn down for what?
It'll be fun though. It'll be fun.
I'm doing like a family gathering at the crib.
Okay.
We'll play games and just pajamas, stuff like that. And then
I got a game that I want to
we'll
try.
talk about it.
Yeah.
And then that'll be it. Christmas night, play Temptations. And hopefully making that sound as well.
And with that,
Not yet. Because look, I don't want to. This not no grand gesture. The dates are already there. I had already did this the day before the crash out. This is truth to be told, because somebody was with me when I did it. But
Ho ho ho.
I had already had it planned because this is a Christmas episode, I guess. There is something that is missing,
Ew.
but
Wow.
yeah.
oh, okay.
Wow.
We got the patch joint.
So I mean, it's one missing, of course. But because if I would have probably tried to present it to him, I'd probably be going to the hospital. So,
Pats. The Patriots.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hard.
So
Super.
let me see. Yeah, I had made those that Saturday, got them that Monday.
What team is this? What's this?
That's an Arrows.
yeah, Arrows. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate it,
That's
man.
loud. Thanks,
I
KC.
appreciate it.
it, brother.
Yeah.
No doubt. So, with that being said, again, shout out to our sponsor, Bank on Bryan. Again, if you want extra footage, you want to pull up to the stables, sign up to our Patreon, and this has been episode 329.
Chill.
Yeah.